to sharpen with precision. Flashing your favorite point of view. Just like you always do.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Warrior 70.
On play action, they'll throw. A short throw there, pulled in by all. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Get it. 18 Cardinals, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Get it.
Looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Viking 18.
They'll drop the throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Cup 19. Cup 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
79 Broncos.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Viking 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
And it leads to 4th down.
Warriors 70. Go.
They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. He brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Now it's 2nd and 10. And they go play action with Maye. Now a deep one for Johnston. And that's caught inside the 35. And the way in. Touchdown, New England. Quentin Johnston, 73 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougar now. Ready.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll give the tackle to Quentin Lake. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
70 Lions.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Let's go now. Craft all 80.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Liking 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Luke now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On play action, Maye. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12. To throw, it's Maye. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing here is Maye. Over the middle, complete. It's Henderson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
To the air, Maye. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
They'll throw with Maye. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, ready?
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cougar 19. Let go.
They'll set up a throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
Panther 80. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Luke for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. This taken in by Kincaid. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Maye. He finds Douglas complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw, Maye. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Back to throw again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Here we go, start. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State. And Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The show you love to love, back for another year. A busy week 1 of football. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now with a tough matchup in the NFC. And this is the QB for the home team. He'll connect here on a 22-yard touchdown pass. The Condors wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. From there, let's go out to Denver, checking in on the Broncos as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's Kenneth Walker. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in, 22 yards on the touchdown. The 49ers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Lastly, let's go out to the desert, Glendale, Arizona. The Cardinals hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And this is the visitors' running back. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. The Vikings walk it off. They win in overtime. With that, a look at what's already transpired and what's still to come in a busy first week of the new season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Got an open man. It's Pickens. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. From the shotgun, it's Maye. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Maye. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's another Patriots first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. From the gun on 3rd down is Maye. He'll swing this out to Henderson. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Let's go. Liking 18.
from the gun. They'll try to run it. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 18 Pioneer.
They'll look to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koromoa. And the Patriots will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Pats at the line ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Off the play fake. Here's Maye. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll drop to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Just Week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Randall, Mustang 19. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
A 37-yard attempt.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 31-yard line.
To throw, it's Maye. They set up the screen for Henderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Patriots, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Patriots.
Maye going to give it to Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing here is Maye. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henderson. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To the air, Maye. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll throw with Maye. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas.
That completion helps them in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
He's back to throw. Finds Pickens out right. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26.
That's another Patriots.
Back to throw. sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On the jump. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and...
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way.